when it comes down to it, Shawn Michaels and, scratch that. When it comes down to it, we've got Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. They're not showing up to work tomorrow. They're going home and resting up and waiting for WCW to bring them in for something. So you've only got Shawn, who's carrying the belt. They can't really do anything to him. So Triple H, who's just a mid-carder guy around like the Intercontinental title picture, I guess you can say. He probably held the title twice at that time. He's the one that ends up eating shit with this whole curtain call situation. Basically, he was told he was going to win the 1996 King of the Ring. He lost the King of the Ring in the first round to Jake the Snake Roberts. Everybody always tells the story that Triple H is going to win the 1996 King of the Ring, which kind of fit the storyline at the time. But nobody ever talks about how big of a boost it was to the company. I don't think Stone Cold Steve Austin gets the big he got if he doesn't win that. Now, let me tell you this. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to beat Jake the Snake Roberts in the finals to be crowned the King of the Ring. He doesn't put the hat on. He doesn't put the coat on. That's not Stone Cold Steve Austin. But, as they're carrying Jake the Snake Roberts out, who had a rib injury at the time, he does the whole, that's Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. I don't know when Austin's going to be able to say that and it have the exclamation point on it to sort of push him. His push didn't come overnight. I mean, SummerSlam that year, Stone Cold Steve Austin is wrestling Yokozuna in a match nobody cared about on the free-for-all for SummerSlam. Nobody watched the free-for-all to see a match. Doesn't matter who it is. Nobody's watching it for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nobody's watching it for Yokozuna. Anybody who probably watched that match was watching it because they didn't buy SummerSlam that year, and they were just wanting to watch a little bit of wrestling. And honestly, in my place, when I was watching the free-for-alls, I was hoping they forgot to flip the switch, and I got to watch the entire show for free. That was the wish that was going through my mind each and every time I watched a free-for-all. If I bought the show, I guarantee he probably wasn't turning that show on until minutes before it was supposed to start the main card, because I knew the money was in the bank. We already paid for it. We're gonna watch that main stuff. I don't need to watch Todd Pettengill hyping this stuff up. So if this whole thing with breaking kayfabe, with the curtain call doesn't happen, who knows if we ever get Stone Cold Steve Austin?